agree, Tai Chi is very unique. It's very interesting. It looks easier than it really is. Yeah. But you know what? In the end, if you should pursue it, the benefits are huge. If we could have turned the clock back, we feel that we should have started earlier because we know that returns are great. However, we can't turn the clock back, but we say get into it when you can because it's never too late. Okay, and I think that's the premise in which we teach. We ask ourselves also, oh wow, we're getting so old. How long more can we teach this, and lug all this equipment? But you just go with the flow and figure it out as it arrives, okay? So I never get to hear you other than talking to you, but is there anything that you would like to say about what you feel about Tai Chi without any, reservation? And I, of course, always want to hear something honest. It helps me to decide what to teach or how to teach it. Any comments at this time?
I have to stand on a rock wall that's about 4.5 feet drop right here to pollinate my vanilla flowers. And since I started, I feel a lot safer. It's kind of a dumb thing to do, but it's less dumb now because I have better balance.
That is something that Tai Chi gives you. It gives you an aha, like, oh my gosh, why is this so much better now? And you kind of think about it and you say, it could be Tai Chi. We don't really know, but hey, that's something different that you've entered or experienced in your life is to come to Tai Chi. And how long? It's not been that long. Maybe one session?
Yeah,
and
one
this is the
session,
second session?
except for 30 years ago.
Oh, and 30 years ago. Hey, that's good too. Okay, thanks for sharing. I think that's valuable. Pat?
Vividly, I remember when I first started Tai Chi in level 1, I was 2 left feet. I mean, really bad. And I was looking at everyone around me and I said, I don't know if I can do this because I'm not the most coordinated person, really. Take my word for it. So, but over time, and I am very committed to it, so this will be my lifelong journey. And I've seen where, my husband notices it. When I'm walking, because we do walk, he said, oh, I can last longer, my stride is better, I don't tend to trip as much, and even the movements over time, with practice, and you need to practice, that's, at least for me, I need to practice. And so it's gotten a little smoother, as for the 10, the 24. Well, the whole thing is still a work in progress, really. But I like the course how you're teaching it now because it's really much slower. In fact, I looked at your Tuesday session, the 16, because I don't know that, and I was thinking, the single whip and how you were doing it. I said, oh, that's really. I could understand better, and it was a lot more integrated because when I first was exposed to the serpent in the grass, I was just hopeless, really. And I had to go back home, and I would, on your video, I would stop it every couple of seconds to see what you're actually doing, and then I would write it down because I don't trust my memory. So when I looked at the 16 this past Tuesday, and you had it really slowed and you broke it down so well, I didn't have to go take my notes and then stop it every couple of seconds. And I just wanted to see what the 16, what you were doing. So I can say personally, don't give up. I mean, I'm proof of that. It takes practice, though. Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate what Pat offered, and I think, both Sheila and Pat, we need to give them a little. It's not, and we know it's not easy speaking. Cal wants to say something, but Pat, Kailua, she come Kaneohe. You know, hey, that's really something. And I'll talk about people who practice. She practices more than me. She's gonna be way ahead of me. But good job, yeah. Okay, Cal.
Tell them my story that I was out for.
Cal is a student that we all need to recognize. He was with us very gung-ho, always talking to Ken and me. What does this movement stand for? How am I doing? How can I do this? I'm having trouble. And he climbed all the way up to the 16 for level 3 in a short amount of time, not super fast. And then he was laid up for a whole year or more. He didn't come for a whole year, not that he didn't want to
Yeah,
come.
I was hospitalized for 5 months in hospital. Then I sat out 2017. I started again 2018. Yeah.
We're, Calvin is an example of a big blessing, and you know, I'm happy to share, and I'm happier that he's able to tell us all his story, because there were points in time where we felt that we would lose Cal, because 5 minutes in the hospital, and then bouncing back, and then digging right back into Tai Chi. And he is signed up for one class. He comes to the 2 practices, and he tells me he's auditing the 2nd class. And I don't really, you know, I think that's wonderful that somebody that has that motivation come back physically, mentally, you know, I won't say 100%, but 90%. You know, we don't always have to work at a full capacity and still enjoy life and make the best of our body. So another big clap for Cal. And I think each of us has a story to tell, and I think that it's valuable because we don't spend enough time sharing. And going back to Pat, there's not enough time. Pat's saying that the lesson that I taught on Tuesday helped her. You might want to take a look and see what she's talking about. I felt like a broken record in that I went over single whip over and over again, trying to show them principles that were being used. But something like that, where you have the time to look over and practice and try to understand, really is valuable. So be open-minded. Look at your own online lesson, but search around and see what others are saying, or see what I taught to other classes, because it's all Tai Chi. It's all about body movements and how we can better understand how to use our body in a safer way, okay? Okay, good job. See you next time.